I think it's the way of the universe that when you write a book, you are immediately upon hitting publish struck with the urge to delete the book, order a single copy for yourself to have on your shelf and never open that copy, and then not tell any of your friends or family about it because they'll either read it, which is bad, or they won't read it, which is also bad. This video is me attempting to combat that urge that happens when you finish writing a book, because I have finished writing a book. In fact, I published it and was hit with that urge to just not talk about it. The thing is, if you've been following this channel for some time, you know it's very easy for me. In fact, I love to recommend other books. But when it comes to my own writing, I get, I don't know what to do with it. It's not that I think it's bad. I actually really enjoy what I've written. It's just there's something odd, I guess, about going from recommending Ray Bradbury in one video to my own work in the next. It's like I'm putting us on the same plane. So there's a big part of me that thinks, write this for your own personal enjoyment, but your job is just to recommend other great books, not your own. But I've decided, I'm going to let you as the viewer and as the reader make that decision. So if you would like to, pick up a copy of this book, and which I'm about to talk about in a second, then that is up to you. If you, on the other hand, think, hey, Tim, I really enjoy your book recommendations, and I'm happy to keep reading those, but I, enjoy you more as a book recommender than as a book writer, that's totally fine. But to enable you to make that decision and to think about it, I'm going to, if I may, read the first page or so of the novelette James Chalk Fair Buyer of Lightning, which I wrote and published, and here we go. Chapter 1, Blossomrod. A child, a child, a voice cried out from the road. James Chalk looked up. He saw the source of the sound through his store window, a frantic, flailing man in black. The man headed straight for him and opened the shop door. He stood, panting, sweating, in the doorway. James spoke first. A child, sir? The man was near tears. Please, he said. My daughter. Has she fallen ill? Asked James, reaching instinctively for a pile of dried middle clover. No, no, cried the man. Worse, sir. She has vanished. James put the clover down. Vanished? From her very bed, sir, said the man. But for the rustle of dried herbs hanging from the rafters, the shop was silent. Then, how can I be of help to you, sir? Asked James, carefully. Oh, please, said the man earnestly. Please do not pretend. I know you have skill with mixed medicines. To heal the body, to calm the spirit, yes, murmured James. But to find, to recover what is lost? It is possible, said the man. I know it is. It is forbidden, said James. It is possible, said the man. So those two lines, it is forbidden, said James. It is possible, said the man. That really summarizes the theme, or just the general gist of the book. James is a healer. He is able to take herbs and make things that can make people better, but there's a invisible line between things that are considered okay to make and things that are considered magic. So somewhere he crosses between medicine and magic, and one is okay and one is not okay. Everybody has a different idea of where that line is. So there's a lot of decisions along that line. I can do something. Am I allowed to do something? And regardless of the answer, should I then go ahead and do it? And now, should you read this book? That is a great question. You probably have a very long list of books to read. And I'm gonna make a video like in another week where I recommend another book for you to read or talk about other books. And I was kind of not sure how to answer that question. Like, can I in good conscience say, you should read this book? And then I remembered the introduction to a book I love that you should also read. It's an essay collection from the late 1800s by a guy named Jerome K. Jerome. I'm going to be talking about this in detail sometime in the future. The reason I'm bringing this up is the introduction of this book is, I think, the way I'd like to recommend my book to you. So in the preface for this book, he's talking about what, should you read my book? Great question. And he says, what readers ask nowadays in a book is that it should improve, instruct, and elevate. This book wouldn't elevate a cow. I cannot conscientiously recommend it for any useful purpose whatever. All I can suggest is that when you get tired of reading the best 100 books, you may take this up for half an hour. It will be a change. So, I don't know if I would say that James Chalk, Fair Buyer of Lightning is something I could never in good conscience recommend. I think I could. I thoroughly enjoyed how it turned out, and I hope you would also like it. But I will say, if your reading list right now is stacked with very, thick or very important books, and you would like to try this up for, an afternoon, which is about how long it would take you to read, all I can say is it would be a change. So yeah, if you do pick up a copy of James Chalk, I would love to hear what you think. A little nerve-wracking for me to say that, but honestly, I would like to know what you think, good or bad. And you can send me an email. You can leave a review if you like. You can leave a comment, or you can do nothing. You can just read it and have your own opinion to yourself. But this is me making a video where I'm fighting the urge to make art and then bury it in a hole, because that urge is really strong, and I don't think it's healthy. Because if all of these other people who I admire, their books had written them and then burned the letters, what would I be reading, So yeah, I'll link in the description. Hope you enjoy James Chalk, Fair Buyer of Lightning. See you next time.